because black folks have felt like we've been blocked from this stuff all too long. And maybe in some senses we have, right? Certain data shows from Q4 1990 to Q4 2020, um, ownership of equities and mutual funds by race, right? Um, White Americans have had, I think it's like 96%. Black Americans have been 1% from Q4 1995 till Q4 2020. So what happens, however, is a lot of the affinity fraud where we think we're investing, and we're not, right? Um, just because, unfortunately, we don't even understand, the difference between a retail investor versus an accredited investor versus an institutional investor, so on and so forth. It's just I'm
Mhm.
investing, and then 90% of Americans who invest don't even realize that they're actually gambling, as opposed to actually investing. Right? I tell people, listen, a lot of these, stock options, so on. Jamie Dimon wants stock options because his job is to make sure that JP Morgan Chase Bank is profitable. So when he retires and sells those shares either back onto the open market or back to JP Morgan, he becomes, better off. So his job is to make sure it's profitable, so that makes sense. But the average American doesn't even go into the stock market with the same purpose that the wealthy do. Wealthy don't go into the stock market for accretion of funds. They go in for preservation of capital so that their $100,000 can weather the storm of inflation. And at the end of 10 years or the end of 20 years, which is the average time horizon, that $100,000 still have 100 or maybe $110,000 worth of spending power. It's not so that they can get generationally rich, because you're not going to get generationally rich off of the stock market, right? Yes, is there
Right.
the incidental Google, the incidental Facebook? Yes,